Okay, and by work for obviously is a stretch. I was just asked by someone in each company to, hey, if you, and again, we'll start with TNA. It was when they first got on Spike. I think when they had the 1 hour on a Saturday evening. I was done with WWE and was friends with a few people there. And I was just asked, I think via email or instant message. It might even been AOL direct message back in the day when that was big. I don't know. But, if you've got the time to watch the show, I'd really appreciate any feedback you have, any help you can give us. We're just trying to make the show stronger and better. We'd really appreciate any feedback you can offer. I'm like, sure, no problem. It's like, I get the show, I'll watch it for sure. And so, again, I wasn't hired, I wasn't employed. And again, it was just one person specifically that was involved with the creative process and actually involved in a lot of processes in the company. And I said, sure, I will watch the show and I'll give you feedback every week. And in Ring of Honor, it was Gabe Sapolsky when he was booking. He basically asked me, he says, if I sent you DVDs of our shows, would you give me feedback? And he says from anything, whether it's production, lighting, booking, talent, matches, any feedback you can give so that we can help improve the product, I'd love to hear from you. I'm like, sure, send me some DVDs. So he started sending me DVDs, and I started watching TNA Impact on Spike. And again, I think it was the 1 hour Saturday show. And we'll start with Ring of Honor because it's always good to start with the best before we go to the other. Gabe wanted every bit of criticism there was. And those who know me, and any students of mine that are listening here, they know I don't sugarcoat stuff. And again, you know that too, Brian, because I send you texts and call you a dumbass all the time.
Yes, you do.
I say it with love, though, Brian.
Oh, that's good to know. You don't have the smiley face with a little heart next to it. Maybe you could do that next time. I'd feel better.
Okay, I'll do that next time.
Thank you.
But anyway, again, he'd send me a bunch of DVDs, and I'd type up, maybe sometimes page, sometimes 2 or 3 pages, with all the different matches, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, on a whole bunch of stuff. And a lot of it very blunt, very point blank, and again, some positive, a lot of negative, because, again, I coach like I like to play. I don't need the pat on the back going, oh, this particular angle was nice, this headlock was good. I'm going to point out the things that need to be fixed so we can fix and make a product better. And Gabe's first response to the first one was, this is awesome, this is great. As much as you can do, I'd love to see it. Would you mind if I shared this with talent? I think it would be beneficial. And I said, no, absolutely. And there was one guy's I commented on that I was not a big fan of. And I'm like, I would rather you just edit that out before you share it with talent. That was, ruder and not as productive on his front than he can improve on. If you could take that out, I'd appreciate it. So he did, and shared it with talent, and shared the email address with talent. And a ton of people in that locker room got back to me with, man, I really appreciate this is helpful. Any other information on any of my stuff, I would really appreciate it. And
can you tell us now, years later, who this guy was? It's been a decade.
Which guy?
That you didn't really like and told Gabe to edit it out?
Oh, it was Morishima, the Japanese guy, the heavier guy?
Ah, yeah.
Again, I don't remember what I said, but I wasn't a big fan, and it was more just if I was booking him, this would be more my approach rather, and it's like, that's not going to help him. He doesn't need to hear my opinion of him. Where if I was critiquing his work more, then it's something that he may or may not be able to use.
Well, you can certainly tell him now he's retired.
All right. Well, anyway, I wasn't a big fan of his Ring of Honor work. And to give you an idea, some of the guys that got back to me with, hey, I really appreciate this if you can give me any feedback, some of the guys that I corresponded with, Tyler Black, who's doing quite well for himself, Jimmy Jacobs, who's doing quite well for himself, Kevin Steen, and I was really harsh on Kevin Steen, Chris Hero, who I was incredibly critical of because this was back when he had the Superman shirt and was doing a lot of comedy and shit, Claudio Castagnoli, and then Gabe obviously as a booker. And the biggest thing I want to point out, I am not taking any credit for where they are. I'm more illustrating those who want to take criticism and listen to criticism are the kind of people that are going to succeed because they are confident enough in their ability to listen to what someone has to say, maybe